Page 5 now. The post-Obama attack on the First Amendment. The 44th president is gone, but his minions remain, especially in California. A former liberal congressman who is now California's attorney general is carrying on with the radical Obama agenda of assaulting the Bill of Rights. Xavier Becerra, remember him? He was Nancy Pelosi's right-hand henchman. Becerra is now charging the folks behind the Center for Medical Progress videos with 15 felonies. Now, the Center for Medical Progress did the American people an incredible service by surreptitiously recording Planned Parenthood selling human body parts to the highest bidder. So instead of prosecuting Planned Parenthood for crimes against humanity, California is attempting to shoot the messenger by suggesting that these citizen journalists have no First Amendment rights. It's astounding, truly astounding. Joining me now on the Daily Ledger, Page 5, beat Stephanie Marie. And Steph, what's happening in California isn't a prosecution, it's a persecution. And in Arizona, it's an abomination.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you on that, Graham. And the Center for Medical Progress is pushing back, calling the charges bogus and fake news. David Daleiden, the CEO of the organization, released a statement saying Planned Parenthood and its political cronies already tried the same collusion with corrupt officials in Houston, Texas, and failed. And as you may remember, the charges were thrown out back in July. Meantime, another new undercover video is out, this one exposing a Planned Parenthood official suggesting that babies born alive after abortion are sometimes left to die.
Part of the issue is it's not a matter of how I feel about it coming out intact, but I got to worry about my staff and people's feelings about it coming out looking like a baby.
That's interesting that there's a kind of an issue with the staff to have to kind of protect their comfort level. That's so interesting. I mean, do you ever find yourself in a situation where like it would be easier if this case kind of wants to come out intact, but you are kind of like you have to make sure it doesn't, so the staff doesn't freak out? Or
that's one, and then another issue is Arizona is so conservative. I just don't even want to send a fetus for cremation or any of that.
Absolutely, it's asking for trouble.
Yes.
Right.
We have the people who do our paperwork for the fetal death certificates. They email us calling them babies. Baby this, baby that, baby so-and-so. And I'm like, that's creepy.
Yeah,
In Arizona, if the fetus comes out with any signs of life, we're supposed to transport it.
At any gestational age?
Any gestational age.
Is there any standard procedure for verifying signs of life?
Well, the thing is,
that doesn't go in a chart.
I mean, the key is you need to pay attention to who's in the room, right? The key is you need to pay attention to who's in the room, right? And because the thing is, the law states you're not supposed to do any maneuvers after the fact to try to cause demise. So it's really tricky.
It sounds like it's really hard to navigate that bad.
Yeah, it's really tricky. So most of the time we do DIG and it usually works, and then we don't have to worry about that because Arizona state law says if there are signs of life, then we're supposed to transport.
And the Center for Medical Progress says it has more undercover videos that the organization plans to release.
Again, I'm at a loss of words in watching it do a dig. I don't even know what that means, and frankly, I don't want to know what that means. I have an idea of what it means, but the bottom line, this video, we're hearing that they are clearly delivering live human beings and killing them. It is catastrophic. This is the big picture. This is part of the collapse of a civil society here. But small picture, someone in Arizona needs to take this videotape and prosecute these people.
This is a bombshell. What we just witnessed was a Planned Parenthood official saying that they're okay with breaking Arizona law. That law is if a baby, an aborted baby, comes out and has any sign of life, doesn't matter how many weeks it is, it's supposed to be transported to a hospital. This woman says, oh, well, if nobody's around to say anything, then we just let it die. This is so wrong. We also heard in this video that they're doing abortions up to 24 weeks. 24 weeks, and it's so bad that workers there are almost appalled and upset when they see these aborted babies. Right. I mean, they're not blobs like the left wants you to think. This is a human life.
Meantime, in nearby states, for example, Ohio is not exactly nearby, but it's another one of our 50 states. It's saying that a baby is viable around 20, 21 weeks, yet there's still, it's beyond confusing, it's immoral, and it's wrong because human beings do not have an ability to decide when and where life begins. This is the quandary for these. But to look at those people and to look at that woman in that video, all I can do is say, God forgive her, because I don't think she knows what she's doing. But back to California, and get off this one and go to California. You have Becerra, worried about prosecuting these people who exposed Planned Parenthood. What about their First Amendment rights? What about the rights of the babies who have been murdered? It's insanity. These people should be charged with crimes against humanity.
Yeah, a lot of people are wondering today, why are they going after the undercover journalist when we know that Planned Parenthood is in the wrong? What we learned from the old videos is that Planned Parenthood appeared to be profiting off selling baby body parts. The Planned Parenthood's callous disregard for human life, the fact that they would manipulate abortions so that they could harvest baby body parts the way that they wanted, that is a criminal act. And for them to go after these journalists with 15 charges, that is bogus, it's outrageous, and the same thing was tried in Texas and Houston, and that failed.
I think it'll fail again, but you know, that's the small picture. The big picture here is really problematic for me. It's just an utter disregard for human life. It's almost unbelievable to watch. Steph, thanks. Coming up next.